Q.I.S. Now, even if you haven't heard of this band, I think you will probably have heard of the lead singer, even if you don't know her name. Let me clarify. So first of all, Yuho, the lead singer from this band, she was originally in a band called the Peggies, who you may or may not know. They were rising up several years ago, doing great things, grabbing a lot of attention as this kind of underground band who had just an amazing range of really cool songs and just fantastic energy they had. But then after that band disbanded, Yuho went on to do things like writing songs for Bocce the Rock. She was in a featurette with the band Cannibal, who are really big in the Japanese pop rock space. Even if they're not so famous overseas, that was a big featurette for her to do. And then she formed this band called Q.I.S. But even then, that's not the whole story, because you might have heard of the Gibson Epiphone Replays band, which was originally working with Kaho from Four Lieu and a sucker from Trident. Trident. And but they recently had an entire change of members, which was kind of strange. But now Yuho is now the lead singer for the Gibson Epiphone Replays band, which is kind of like a cover band endorsed and funded by Gibson and Epiphone. So she's getting around. She's definitely got a lot of popularity. She's definitely in good books for a lot of people because she's getting invited to do all these projects. I mean, like I say, the Bocce the Rock connection's an interesting one anyway, but I mean, so many cool things that she's been doing. And this band Q.I.S, when they first came out, because I was already a Peggies fan, I checked out their first song and I remember thinking, there's a lot of potential, but let's see where this goes. And I didn't follow up on it enough, but so many people have been telling me, hey, you've got to catch up with Q.I.S. And obviously, after seeing that she was taking over from Osaka in the Gibson Epiphones Replay band, I was like, well, okay, I definitely need to catch up with Q.I.S. So anyway, this is the most recent song. This came out 4 days ago. I cannot believe they've only got like 7,000 subscribers. I mean, that's a hell of a lot more than this channel, which is always a good sign, but I feel like they probably deserve more. Well, let's find out after we listen to more music. But hey, with Yuho up front, Yuho gonna go, well, this has got to be a really interesting song. So, well, I hope so. I'm actually putting a lot of expectations on. I'm front loading this review pretty heavily. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping to really like this. And by the way, the music video, so this is an official music video, yeah, but it's okay, it's clearly filmed in a live venue. Let's see what we get. 3 minutes long. It's going to be peak pop rock, I hope. Front loaded review. Let's go. Oh, I'm getting the love in the Tokyo vibe already. Oh, that's funky. Oh, I love the little sounds. The little video overlays remind me a bit of Necry talking. The rhythm of this is so playful already. I'm loving the way that the syllable delivery is really sort of changing in rhythm over the top of the song, over the top of the battle. Yeah, the keyboard stuff is making this so cool. Oh, that's nice. Little lo-fi bit. Give some more energy when it comes in. This, yeah. Oh, that's... See, this is so fun. It's like... It feels like a band song, definitely. But yeah, it's doing all of the cool pop things. This is really pop rock. That drop is always a couple of beats later than I expect. Yeah, this is so catchy. But it's not just dumb catchy, it's like genuinely fulfilling pop. Oh man, you could just feel that, like just the concise ending. Everything about this was so spot on. This got like 7,000 views nearly, and I get it. It's only a few days old. This is the sort of thing I really hope this takes off, because this is the kind of song where this is going to get caught in my head. I'm going to be listening to this a lot. Of those 7,000 views, I wonder how many unique viewers there are, because if you're anything like me, you're going to be listening to this song a lot. Definitely. This is one I'm going to come back to. Like, yeah. Okay, so by the way, Q.I.S. is apparently pronounced Quiz. I didn't know that. I got in trouble for calling Q.W.E.R. Quer, and it's like, no, it's Q.W.E.R. At least Q.I.S. are willing to just have it shortened to Quiz. Thank you for that. All right, let's talk a bit about this song, because this was, well, for a start, that's not a good frame to stop on, is it? This definitely to me feels like it's like any songwriter, you have certain things that are like your signature qualities. And one of the things that I've always liked about her songwriting style, I'm assuming she wrote this song, by the way. I mean, it's I'm assuming she's a songwriter. Okay, so it mentions about the Peggies here, is that she's from the project, from the Peggies project. And this is, this is a solo project. Anyway, sorry, I'm maybe just reading that a bit wrong. So words and music, by Yuho. Arranged by Knoak and Yuho. So Yuho has had basically a massive part in the... this is basically her song, for all important parts. This, to me, just felt like it carried a lot of the signature qualities that I loved about her songwriting since very early on. See, when it comes to pop rock as a genre, and you're doing pop rock, pop rock is effectively just an evolution of rock and roll, 1960s rock and roll, back to the very earliest forms of contemporary music, as we know it. This is kind of like the straight line from that to pop rock is very clear. So in a way, you could say it's the easiest genre in which to do something that feels like it's been done a million times before. And it is true, when you're just kind of doing nice melodies and chord patterns, you can end up in a very familiar territory. And yet Yuha is able to do songs that feel like, in a way, they feel timeless. Like you feel immediately comfortable and familiar, like this is a song you've probably been listening to since your childhood. And yet at the same time, the songs do actually feel like they're bringing something new. It's amazing to have that ability to both sound like the song's got this classical, timeless value to it, this timeless pop rock and roll feeling to it, and yet at the same time have a feeling of being kind of fresh and new and like something exciting. And a lot of that comes down to the fact that she's using a lot of classic techniques, good melody, like a refrain, all that kind of stuff, sort of simple chord patterns as well, but the details are beautifully added in. I mean, obviously the most on the surface thing you can hear is the way that the keyboards are adding those really cool little just twang sounds here and there. That's lovely. That extra little bit of production kind of gives a little bit of color to it. The fact that the keyboards are up so loud, I mean, this still sounds like a proper rock band. This sounds like a song that you could hear live. I think that's probably one of the reasons they went for this music video, was just to sort of maintain the fact that as poppy as this maybe sounds, it is a band. It's a band just doing a very poppy sound. And so I think the music video, although the song feels like it deserves a kind of a more poppy video, I think the music video is good for grounding you in remembering this is a band. They play live. This is just their sound. But still, I love the fact that it was both had those bits where you got like the sort of the nice sort of rounded bass underneath, giving a good floor to everything. You got a cool drum beat, and you got the guitar in there giving like a little bit of a dirty distortion where it's needed, thickening up the sound. But you still got all the playful stuff going on over the top of the keyboards and such like. However, so sonically this was, felt very fresh, very nice. But the other side that I think really gave this a modern contemporary quality as well, very much is in Yuho's vocal delivery, which is just so cool here. I love the fact that when she's doing those verses, there's a quality where it's so playful, it's so free that it's almost got a quality that's more akin to maybe like like a sort of a fast jazz vocal or a rap vocal where she's just kind of bouncing over the beat. It just feels like her lyrics are just playing with the rhythm. And yeah, it's a fairly nice, simple rhythm with just all these little bits of colourful flourish in there, just ways that like the bass will occasionally walk up a few notes, and you get a little keyboard line just sort of playing around, just adds these little flourishes of rhythm. But her voice is doing so much to just glide over the top of that. And it just feels, as a result, it feels like a song where you just can't stop tapping your foot and you just want to dance along to it. It's super dancey because it's just got so many cool little rhythmic things happening in it. And that, to me, is one of the things that most makes this feel modern and playful and youthful, actually, is probably one of the words I'll go for. When you're doing something which is maybe, like I say, a well-trodden classic genre, it can end up sounding a little bit old hat. But there's a youthful energy to this, very much because it's so kinetic, because it's so lively. I think that Yuho's done a great job. And this kind of sound, this use of having playful sonic things in there, but also kind of a fun delivery, that ability is very much something that Yuho's been so great at in so many of her projects. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was fun, energetic, easy to access, and yet also at the same time just immediately makes you want to sort of dance around, get stuck in your head. This is what pop rock should be, and I really enjoyed it. I definitely need to try and see Q.I.S. quiz live sometime in the near future, but I hope you enjoyed this. Get in the comments as always, tell me what you think. Until I hopefully see you very soon in the next one of these videos in Japan. For now, I'm going to go back and listen to that again. Ciao, ciao.